Hello everyone and happy Tuesday. So guys, I am back home. I have been back home from I think Friday. Today is Tuesday. And I have been missing my babies. I don't have any babies with me in Nassau, so I do miss my babies a whole lot. But I find that I really don't like the lighting in Nassau, in the apartment where I stay. I don't like the lighting. That's one of the reasons too why I really haven't been traveling with any babies. But anyway, guys, I'm home and it's so good to be home. But I'm only here for about a week, and then my daughter has a face-to-face exam next week, so we're gonna be traveling back for maybe 2-3 days before we come back home for the Christmas. So this is my big guy. Yes, this is Dashen Michael, and he is my full body silicone baby boy, all sculpted, poured into silicone, painted by torydolls. And he was rooted by Miss Beverly from Beverly's Babies. And I have been missing him, guys. I'm telling you, I've been missing my babies. I find myself even watching some of my videos of my babies. Yes, it's gotten that bad. But what I wanted to do today is, it is the beginning of December. Today is December 2nd. So I said I'll go ahead and start to dress a few of my babies in their Christmas holiday outfits. So I'm going to go ahead and change his Pampers. This is a Micro Preemie by Huggies. And he is 14 inches tall. Beautiful. He is a marshmallow silicone. He is super soft. Super, super soft. Look at that. He is just super, super soft. And I'm in love with this guy. I am truly in love with him. Yeah, so I want to show you, this is a holiday outfit that I had purchased from woobiebabies. I actually purchased this last year, guys. Was it last year? Yes, it was last year. And it's in a 15-inch. Let me go ahead and show you. It's a 2-piece set. This is an overall, and the color is navy blue, and it have the little penguins. I'm looking at it because it has all this purple. I'm guessing it's probably more of a unisex style, because it's the navy blue that look like boy, and then the purple kind of look like it can go either way. So I'm guessing it's a unisex style, but it's sleeveless, so he won't wear any undershirt with this, and it's footed. Yeah, and it comes with the hat. Really cute, by woobiebabies. Yeah, guys, so I had purchased this last year. So let me go ahead and change him. I don't know what I'm looking for, but anyway. So guys, listen, it is good to be home, and honestly I do miss home, but I can tell you my heart is where my daughter is. So so even though I miss home, I still prefer to be where I'm at with my daughter. But lately, I don't know, we've been having some difficulties. Okay, let me see if I can explain it to you in a way that makes sense. So guys, my husband is retired, and we have a business here. Well, he have a business, so I'm saying we because I do all the paperwork and all that stuff. all the bookkeeping, where he rent out apartments. So, the income is important because that's our livelihood. We have been in Nassau with my daughter now for 2 years, exactly 2 years. And I'm not ready to, in most cases with kids, when kids go off to school, parents don't stay with the kid. The kid tends to go off to school and return home when they're finished. I mean, of course, they return home during holidays and breaks, but I mean, like, long term, that is, the parents don't stay. They may visit, but they don't stay. So I've been pretty fortunate in that I was able to stay for 2 years. So I do appreciate that. But I feel like I still need a little bit more time. But hubby thinks like, no. He's at a point now where he feels like we need to be home because we have a business. And since we've been gone, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The tenants have really not been paying their rent. I'm telling you, they have not. And I think it's because, like hubby say, when you have a business, you have to be in place. You have to be on the spot and in place. So we had set up an online payment system. And, some tenants pay, but you have a lot of tenants that don't pay for 3-4 months, and when they do pay, they pay 1 month, and then some persons have moved out owing like 3 and 4 months rent, and it's difficult like that because what it does, the business is an apartment building, and hubby has a mortgage on that. So that creates problem in terms of paying the mortgage. And keep it in mind, being in Nassau, we're paying for an apartment for my daughter. So that's an additional bill along with school fee that we're paying for. So sometimes I can see the strain on hubby where it's a lot mentally. And then we have been having calls from tenants of certain damages, like pipe. Like one tenant contacted me to say that she was having water pressure, and when she went and checked the pipe, it looked like someone cut the pipe. So we had to get someone to repair it. I don't know, and I kind of feel like I know who did it. Let me tell you why. It's because, now guys, this is a 15-inch jumper, so it's a little big on him, and he's 14 inches. But I don't mind. Yeah, so I kind of feel like I know who. I could be wrong. And God forgive me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to accuse someone of something. But I kind of feel like I know because there's this couple that is staying in one of the apartments. And they're not married. They have 2 different last names, but both persons are on the lease. And both persons are on the electricity bill. Okay guys, I'm gonna cut this off because this is about to cut off, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so let me get my spray bottle. Yeah guys, so I have a tenant who, okay, when he first rented the apartment, he was the one that we were dealing with directly. But both he and his girlfriend name is on the lease, and both he and his girlfriend name is on the electricity bill, which means that both persons are responsible for the rent and also for payment of the electricity. But we've been dealing with him directly only, which is fine, but the problem we started having was non-payment. Like there was always an excuse as to why he wasn't able to pay, or when he does pay, it was always a shortage. And it got pretty bad that, they started owing like 2, almost 3 months rent. So I told hubby, I said, I think you need to go and speak to that lady, his girlfriend. Because, and I know why I said that, because I'm familiar with a friend of mine who husband was very dishonest and would use the money gambling and other things. And I kind of felt like she may not be aware that he haven't been paying the rent. So hubby went and spoke to her, and she explained that she gave him the monies for the rent. So she works, she works, she have a job, she works, and he doesn't, I don't know him to be working at a particular job. I think he's more of a handy person, like maybe repairs air conditions and stuff like that. Kind of maybe work for himself, I don't know. But we were surprised to find out that she was actually giving him the rent money. So what hubby said was, okay, he made an agreement with her that we would contact her directly, and she would pay online the arrangement. She would be the one making the payments. Well, guys, let me tell you, that gentleman called me on the phone and told me that he has always been the person in contact with us from they moved in the apartment, and his girlfriend is off limits to us. We are not to reach out to her or to communicate with her ever again, and only communicate with him. And guys, I reached out to her, and I know he reads her telephone messages and stuff, because when I reached out to her the following month about the rent, that was when the neighbor had contacted me and said someone cut the pipe to the water line, and that's why I feel it was him. I could be wrong, and God forgive me if I'm wrong, but I honestly feel like it was him, because he had threatened. He said she is off limits. But of course, I did message him back, but I don't think that he listened to my message, because we have this system where on WhatsApp where you can see if someone reads your message, and it looked like he didn't read my message, because normally the light changes color when the person listens to the message. But in the message, I made it clear to him that both he and his girlfriend name is on the lease, so they're both responsible for the payment of the rent. Likewise, they're responsible for the electricity bill. But like I said, I don't think he ever listened to my message. But I do believe he was the one that cut that water line. I do believe that. But anyway, that's one of the issues. And then we've had other issues. We've had lots of issues, to the point now where hubby is saying he think it's time for us to stay home now and focus on the business, what's going on. And I'm not ready, guys. I'm not ready. I feel like I feel like my daughter isn't ready as yet to be left alone. But maybe she is. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But like I said, it's been a few of the tenants that haven't been paying, and there's been this is another thing, guys. Believe it or not, we've had break-ins, like the apartments that's empty, persons have broken in and stole the bed, stole the refrigerator. We're missing like 3 refrigerators from 3 different apartments, and a whole bed. There's been break-ins, really, really. And hubby say, all of that is because we're not there. I understand what he's saying, but anyway, guys, I really don't know yet. Hubby haven't decided 100% if we're going back in January to stay. I know for a fact we're not going to be there no longer than the new school year, which is for August, September. I'm sure we will not be in Nassau. I'm sure of that. But I'm not sure if we're going to be home for sure in January, this January. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that we get to stay until the new school year, at least. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, guys. So that's just some of the issues that we've been experiencing because we have not been at home. I can tell you one thing, though. I am so happy and grateful that we've not had no break-in into our own personal home. We've not had any break-ins. So I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, guys. All right. So here's my big guy dressed in his holiday outfit, handmade by woobiebabies. Really, really nice. I'm loving it. Really, really nice. There he is, Dashen Michael. His cute little self. All right, guys. So this is baby number 1 dressed for the holiday. And I think I'm going to come back with maybe so cute. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Oh, he spit it out. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a super great day. Bye-bye.